Get ready for the action, because the McLaren boss just dropped a massive warning to Mercedes. He's straight up telling them that the F1 championship fight is anything but over. We break down exactly what this means for the rivalry and the future of racing.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at how Mercedes-Benz is shaking up its global strategy by boosting local production. The German group Daimler Truck just unveiled a massive new factory in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and $110 million investment that signals a major shift away from relying solely on global sourcing. But the electric revolution is moving at lightning speed. Hear from German YouTuber Tobias Wagner, aka Electrotrucker, as he prepares for an insane challenge drive. He's planning to take a Mercedes-Benz e-Actros around the entire world in 80 charges to prove electric heavy-duty trucks are ready for anything. And finally, we dive into automotive history. We explore why Mercedes-Benz's U.S. diesel sales in the 1980s plummeted from 4 out of 5 models to practically nothing. Discover the engineering genius behind those legendary, bulletproof iron block wonders that defined an era. The battle for the Formula One World Championship remains fiercely contested, with the McLaren team leadership issuing a strong warning to their rivals, Mercedes, indicating that the championship fight is far from over. This statement signals escalating tension and a serious competitive challenge in the ongoing season. Industry observers are closely watching this exchange, as the stakes for the title are incredibly high, and the warning underscores the intense pressure facing both teams as they navigate the complex dynamics of the current F1 season. Mercedes-Benz is accelerating local production capabilities in response to escalating global supply chain tensions and geopolitical instability. The German automotive group Daimler Truck officially inaugurated a new Mercedes-Benz truck and bus factory in Zárate, Buenos Aires province, Argentina, marking a significant investment of $110 million. Achim Puchert, CEO of Mercedes-Benz Trucks, emphasized a strategic shift in global operations. He stated that the past focus on sourcing options is no longer sufficient, stressing the necessity of guaranteeing stable supply chains in the current environment. Puchert highlighted the new Zárate facility as a continuation of Mercedes-Benz's strong legacy in Argentina. Designed as a highly efficient plant with modern assembly methods and excellent logistics near a major port to ensure rapid vehicle delivery to customers. The new factory will replace an older unit in Vuri del Pino, the former site of Mercedes' first factory outside Germany, established 75 years ago. The facility is set to employ 500 direct staff and create 2,000 indirect jobs, and will also incorporate an after-sales service operation focused on remanufacturing components like gearboxes and engines to reduce costs and environmental impact. While the new plant will initially utilize component kits imported from Brazil, Mercedes-Benz plans to progressively source more components locally by continuously assessing the available supplier base. The facility is strategically designed not only to meet local demand, but also to support export operations. Puchert noted that geopolitical conflicts, such as the one in the Middle East, have impacted raw material and freight costs. Although current issues are manageable, the industry remains vigilant regarding potential disruptions. Furthermore, trade tensions and tariffs pose risks to companies operating globally streamlined transport networks, as customers prioritize operational efficiency. In the Argentine market, Mercedes-Benz held a dominant position in 2025, capturing a 33.4% share in trucks and 61.3% in buses. The expansion in Zárate is positioned to bolster this standing. Meanwhile, the broader Brazilian heavy vehicle sector is navigating economic challenges, with truck sales declining by 17.2% in the first 4 months of the year, though new government financing programs like Move Brasil 2 are being introduced to stimulate demand. a German YouTuber specializing in electric trucking, Tobias Wagner, is set to undertake an ambitious global journey in a Mercedes-Benz e-Actros, aiming to become the first to circumnavigate the globe in a heavy-duty electric truck. Wagner, known as Electratrucker, has built his channel over the last 2 years to educate the public on the capabilities and challenges of electric trucking, shifting focus from initial hurdles to demonstrating the system's potential. The upcoming stunt is massive, a nearly year-long adventure spanning approximately 40,000 kilometers, 25,000 miles, across 38 countries. The route is planned to begin in Germany this autumn, traversing Europe, West Africa, South and Central America, Southeast and Central Asia, before returning through Europe. The vehicle for this expedition is a Mercedes e-Actros 600, customized with features such as additional headlights, a spare wheel carrier, single tires, and an integrated mobile charging unit to navigate areas with underdeveloped infrastructure. The trip is being marketed as Around the World in 80 Charges, calculated based on the truck's range. Wagner plans to enhance the truck with a custom-built motorhome-style body from Bliss Mobile, though the final design is still in development. The journey will be accompanied by his dog, Krumelix, who will serve as a charging station nose, and potentially other guests, as the e-Actros is fitted with a full passenger seat. Wagner asserts that electric trucks are fully capable for long-distance transport, citing past challenges overcome by other electric vehicles, such as an electric bus circumnavigating the globe. He argues that electricity is readily accessible through various means, challenging the perception that EVs are limited to specific conditions. This endeavor builds on a history of extreme vehicle travel, including pioneering trips by vehicles like the Tesla Roadster and the Nissan Ariya. Wagner's goal is to prove that electromobility in heavy transport is a viable reality, suggesting that electrifying local drayage routes is far more achievable than industry skeptics believe. The trip is anticipated to conclude in 2026, with further explorations planned, including crossing the Andes and Western Sahara. Mercedes-Benz's U.S. diesel sales plummeted from being a common option to a footnote in the 1980s, a shift driven by evolving regulatory landscapes and the rise of hybridization. While modern Mercedes-AMG powertrains, such as the twin-turbo V8 in the G63 and the hybridized 2-liter engine in the C63, capture enthusiast attention today, the brand's historical dominance in the diesel segment was rooted in its robust, durable offerings of the era. During the 1980s, Mercedes-Benz relied heavily on sturdy turbodiesel inline-4s and 6s, which accounted for nearly 80% of the brand's sales. This popularity was fueled by the gasoline crisis of the 1970s, as diesel offered a viable solution for improved fuel economy. Key models from that period exemplified this reliability. The W123 chassis, introduced in 1976, was lauded for being over-engineered, featuring excellent corrosion resistance and suspension designed to last 300,000 miles, ensuring long-term durability. The W123-300D, equipped with the Ohm 617 3-liter inline-5, offered respectable fuel economy, achieving around 2225 mpg combined. The W126-300 SDL of 1986 showcased another highlight with its turbocharged Ohm 6 3-liter inline-6 engine, delivering 148 horsepower and 201 lb-ft of torque while maintaining efficiency around 2022 mpg. However, the landscape has dramatically changed. Since 2016, Mercedes has ceased selling diesel-equipped passenger vehicles in the U.S. This strategic pivot is directly linked to tightening emissions regulations, particularly those requiring the use of diesel exhaust fluid (DEF) for compliance with 50 state standards. Furthermore, the rapid adoption of hybridization has shifted investment focus toward alternative powertrains. The industry's reaction to scandals like Dieselgate, which resulted in massive financial penalties and consumer fallout, has made automakers highly cautious regarding diesel technology. Although Mercedes/Daimler faced investigations by the California Air Resources Board in 2016, the regulatory pressure and the industry's aversion to emission cheating have cemented the decline of passenger vehicle diesels, leaving the era of the bulletproof 80s diesel models as a cherished, albeit niche, memory for enthusiasts.